Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my seed reviews and tour series. Last week, seed 30, Kathy showed us this bedrock seed. This bedrock seed was brilliant. All the biomes on the same screen virtually. Absolutely amazing stuff. And we've got all the kind of things that you want really close by, very, very close by. A bazillion villages, absolutely brilliant. If you want to go and see this, it is in the description below, the link for the video. We are back to Java for the next one. Let's get ourselves into this new world. There is the seed, but I'm not in the seed menu. Remember, go to more world options, and in this box, plop the seed right in there. Make sure that everything looks good. Make sure you're in creative, or actually you wouldn't necessarily, you might be in survival, but I'm going to be flying around, so I want creative. Let's do this thing. I want to see what this guy is like. Apparently there is loads of great stuff at spawn, and then you just start wandering. Well, it looks to me like we've banged right in the middle of a jungle. So I'm going to get myself, open up my inventory. I'm going to get myself some stone, and let's get myself up here. So we are on top, and look at this. What a gorgeous spreading jungle that we have just spawned into. If I look at my F3 screen, I'm currently looking south in that direction. That is east. We've got a nice birch forest out that way. That is north. We're looking out onto the ocean. And look at that right there. And we've got east going out that way. I like that cave too. You could really do something with that. Look, that's beautiful the way that sprawls across. But I'm not going to talk about that at the moment because we want to go in this direction. And yes, I'm going to talk about that first. So heading out north, and literally you trip over yourself with a jungle temple right there. Spawn in. Get in there, get yourself your treasure straight away. That is absolutely brilliant. I've never spawned in so close to a jungle temple before. Looks like we've got turtles down there on the right with a little turtle beach, which is nice. And you've not got too far in the jungle to go before you hit some water, which is always useful because if you spawn in the middle of the jungle, it's sometimes very difficult to get anywhere because the jungle is so dense. And by the time you've actually got anywhere, you end up dying because a creeper's crept up on you or a zombied up on you or something like that. Over here, though, we have got another, what's looked like another jungle island on the right hand side. Tiny little jungle island, or is it a big one? Does it continue? We'll find out in a moment. To the left we've got a little bit of a mountainy forest type effort with an interesting rock formation on the left there also. That is just a small jungle area by the look of that, not very big at all. So if you like living in jungles but you also like living on islands, this fella could well be for you. Look at that. That's brilliant. I like that a lot. You could do all sorts with that. Little jungle island, very nice. So carrying on over the ocean, what has it got in store for us? So we've hit a little mini desert, and it really is a little mini desert. Look at that. So sand not too far away if you want loads of it, and a savanna kind of sprawling across just slightly to the right of it. Savannah village just there in front of us with another desert looking like it's potentially a little bit bigger. Let's have a look. I just want to suss out this village. Now, savannah villages do give me a headache because they do tend to be quite split. Nice ravine there for you to be able to dig your way down. It goes right under the water across into the desert area too. And we've got a decent cave system there as well. Savannah villages do my head in because right down here, that's all well and good and nice. And then you've got these bits up the top here as well. So if you wanted to do some kind of raid defense, where'd you stand? Because the raid could come up there, the raid could come down there. The golem is absolutely useless at the top if the raid comes at the bottom. It's a very difficult village to defend, so I'm not mad keen on them. But you are also, obviously, going to be able to relocate your villagers. Looks like beyond the savannah, we've got a plains coming on with another village. Yet another village coming on. Only a little tiny village, I would say. Not a very big one at all, but it's got a church, so you can come and steal the potion facilities. But it does have... It's only gone and got a smith, so you can come and blatantly steal the stuff out of that. Always the best stuff in a smith's house. I've come out about 4,000 blocks. I've flown over about 6 or 7 shipwrecks, a number of villages, probably 5 villages, and I've come to this biome mixture here. It starts off across an ocean with a savanna with some differential height. Some of it's so high that you've got llamas living on it. You've got a really nice kind of frozen area over to the right hand side there if you wanted to do something with the snow. You've got a plains there. You've got the savannah creeping across there with the mountains, some more ocean there, a desert, and a plains there as well. Now this, with the cove too, is actually a really nice place that you might want to set up a bit of a base. Sometimes you have to walk to get the best places. This would be a really good place to set up camp and set your spawn. I'm really interested in doing that. So coming out eastwards from the spawn point there, I really like that cave formation. You've got a double one. The way the jungle trees kind of drape over it with the vines, etc. You could do something really fantastic with that. That looked brilliant. Coming over, we've got ourselves a bit of a birch forest. So if I zoom in over here, so plenty of wood, really, really close. He says plenty of wood. Look at that. How much would you need? But plenty of different wood here, which is perfect. And we've got a swamp over on this side. If I just zoom over towards this swamp, because I think this swamp could be one of the most perfect swamps I've seen. Look at that. See all of that kind of murky green area? That is all swamp biome. And as a result of it being swamp biome, that means that you can build a little platform there and make yourself a really nice little slime farm using the iron golem technique. You've got a shipwreck there. You've got a shipwreck there too. That's nice. The only thing that spoils it is the fact that there isn't a witch hut. If there had been a witch hut, I might have got overly excited, and nobody wants that in their life. Coming out just a wee bit further east, and I do mean a wee bit because that's the swamp we were just at, we actually have found the witch hut that we were looking for. Look at that. So we've got a witch hut there. Now it's on land, so obviously you're not going to be doing a combo with Witch Hut and Slimer, although maybe you could just about squeeze one in there. But what we've got there is our little witchy poo walking around outside our hut. You can make a perfect witch farm there. That's fabulous. We've virtually travelled no distance whatsoever. We've got the plains coming in over from the left there. We've got a tiger biome, so we've got our spruce wood too. Have we not got, are there any woods missing yet? We've got savanna, we've got oak, birch, we've got I think we've got all of the woods already, and we've only gone in 2 directions, which is fantastic. So plenty of wood options. Another quite nice plains coming out from over the back of here with a winding river. This is quite a nice area. You clear out that spot of trees just in the middle there, and you'd be good to go for a decent size camp using that tiger as a backdrop. Further out east, we've come across a nice mountain island, but we've also found the ice. The ice is here. It's about 3,000 blocks to the east. Quite a pleasant little island there too, with the plains on it. And then we've got more forest coming to the right. This is a decent sized ocean here. Hang on, I'm going to investigate this. What are we looking at? That is just a really weird rock formation. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. So that we've got an underground temple there. Look, undersea temple there, right in the middle, which is always good. And I'm surprised there's not more shipwrecks, actually. There normally is around this sort of area. But what there is, just the other side of the ice. And this always confuses me. Why? Really cold, really hot, right next to each other. They've almost merged into each other, but you've got a nice mesa here. That mesa being about 3,500 blocks eastwards. And it looks like a fairly long, thin mesa, but plenty of terracotta, all the gold you could possibly require right here for you. Now the jungle, this is the direction I've just walked from. The jungle eventually gives up after about 1,000 blocks, and you end up with a giant tiger biome as well. Because obviously you've not had enough of giant trees, having done 1,000 blocks for a jungle. You want some giant spruce as well. It also comes across just a little tiny taiga village. It's one of the smallest villages I think I've seen, partly because it's on a tiny little island, but that's quite nice. If you wanted to set up shop, you could probably protect this island from mobs very easily because of its size. Travelling further south, however, you can see that I think that is another shipwreck just coming into view on the left. So we're actually got, I think I've seen about 12 shipwrecks so far in the 3 directions that we've travelled in, and plenty of ocean. Do you see what I see now? Can you see that? Slightly prismarine hued thing. Didn't know that was there. I completely lost my thread. But we've got an ocean monument right there as well. So if I just pull up the F3 screen, that is about 1,700 to the south. So not very far at all, and you'll be able to get yourself a nice guardian farm. Heading out west now, and the jungle yields very quickly into this birch forest across some mountains. But the other side of it, if you can see, it looks like we've got a sunflower plains. Lots of yellow there, dots. I'm assuming that's sunflower, and a coral reef. Look at that, massive coral. Well, not that massive, is it? It's a nice coral reef, though. Very manageable coral reef. So you'll be able to come and get your sea pickles and your coral. Don't forget your silk touch pick. Dark oak forest. That was the one wood we've not seen yet. Dark oak forest, but we've got it now. Decent sized village there as well, which is always nice. There is not a blacksmith in that village, but there is a pillager tower just across there on the edge of the dark oak forest. So that is probably looking at that, and the blacksmith probably moved because he was too scared to stay. Beautifully big open plains here, this sunflower plains. That's really, really lovely. I like that very much. You could notwithstanding that pillager tower there, you could use this for a very nice city-based thing. So close to that village means that you could use villagers very, very easily. That actually has great, great potential. Oh, big hole there, though. Strange big hole taking you down into the bowels of the earth. Hello, Mr. Pillager. You can't hit me. I'm in creative. Continuing out west, we have come across a very small ocean area, and we've got a huge mountainous area. Now, if you like building the mountains, look at this. Seriously, this massive vista coming across, it sweeps around. Oh, I didn't even see it. Ocean Monument right there. Literally did not see that. Only because I was sweeping did I even pick it up. So where are we? We're -1700, -750, and you've got yourself an ocean monument right there. That's not too far away. That's quite nice. Big old sweeping mountains area. If you like, I feel like I'm saying the same thing again, but if you like building in the mountains, this has got really nice landscape for you to be able to do something. Look at that valley there. That valley could definitely be used to build something really sensational. I spoke about being a good place to build on one of the other directions, but look at this. I just had to pause. I was going to go on to the next section, but I had to pause here. Look at the biome diversity you've got there. You've got your ravine there to give you kind of a descending access. You could definitely do something with that. You've got your village there to be able to pillage all your villages out of. You've got mountain biomes surrounding you on that side. You've got this gorgeous plains, which is always where you want to build. You've got your birch and oak forest there. You've got your spruce there. You've got your dark oak just over there. You've got a nice interesting cave overhang. This is really nice. Now, I definitely recommend that you find yourself over to about -3000, -700, because you've got a building area here that I think is one of the best ones I've seen in a very long time. So I've come over into Mine Atlas to take a look at this map. So we've gone out to about 6000 in each direction, and there are some really obvious things that I didn't see just by flying around. I mean, for example, we've got a mesa just a little bit further from where we were flying out to the west. That's the one that we saw in the east, but we've also got one further south there. We've got one in the southwest right there. What we've also got here, Mushroom Island. What? We never saw that when we flew out east. That is incredible. I must have literally just spun right around it there. But we've got Mushroom Island there. We've got some Mushroom Islands down here. We've got a Mushroom Island out here. We've got Mushroom Island there. We've got a Mushroom Island there. Loads of mushrooms. This is mushroom heaven. We've also got ice spikes there, ice spikes there, ice spikes there. As well as a really nice diversity of biomes within about kind of 2 to 3 to 4,000 blocks all the way around, ranging from just the hills to the jungle, to the forest, to the plains with the oceans. It is a really beautiful seed, and I highly recommend you come and check it out. Now, I just want to talk about these things here. I didn't search for a jungle temple for obvious reasons. It's right next to me. But what we've got here is the nearest desert pyramid is about 1,000 blocks away. For desert pyramids, that's actually quite away, but the deserts aren't right on top of us. The nearest igloo, I thought it'd be fun to search for igloos because I've played with igloos a little bit recently, and it's always good to be able to go underneath them if they've got that zombie villager that you can cure. That's good fun. That's 3,000 blocks away. It's not too far. The Stronghold is only 1,200 blocks away, but this really caught my eye. Less than 2,500 blocks away is your nearest mansion at -2,000, -1,800. What an incredible resource, so intensively packed in to a very small space. I'm ready to go and explore under the ground. So if you don't want spoilers, and you want to be able to explore what's under here on your own, you best turn away, because I'm going to go straight through this jungle pyramid in 3, 2, 1. And we're under the ground. I timed that beautifully. Did you see that? That's because I'm pro. So this is what we've got underneath us. It is interesting that we have a spawner literally directly underneath us, and it is a skelly spawner as well. My absolute favourite type of spawner. Get yourself your skelly farm, all the bones you could possibly need. Interesting, lots of cave systems. You've got quite a number of ravines, quite a nice big ravine over there, ravine over there. You've got a mine shaft over there and another mine shaft over here. Let's look at this mine shaft first, see if there's anything of major note. It looks like a decent sized one. We've got, unsurprisingly, the spider spawner right there. That's in a nice open space. You could do something with that, definitely. That is a big mine shaft, isn't it? That keeps sprawling on, and it kind of segments into that ravine there, which is always quite nice. I'm going to come over to this other mine shaft though, see whether or not we've got anything else that we might want to shout about over here. We do have instantly a nice cave spider spawner right at the end there. That is literally at the very end, which makes digging around it slightly easier because you've got a lot less open spaces to worry about spiders spawning outside. So lining it up isn't so tricky. So that's quite nice. We've got another spider spawner right there. Telltale cobwebs all over the space. We've got... Now that's not something you see very often. We've got a spawner there, a cave spider spawner there, but surrounded by water, which is going to, I don't know, either help or hinder you being able to use that for something. Slightly smaller this one, I think, in terms of mine shaftness, but that said, possibly the more interesting of the two. Just worth noting that these little coordinates here, -1016, -1256, very interesting spawner end portal combo. Time to go interdimensional. I've built the nether portal on top of the jungle because I thought it would be just funny because I could. So let's get ourselves through. You can see the spike is just there. What is the other side? Now we are quite elevated, and as a result of being quite elevated, we appear to have found ourselves in a hole, literally, that both sides are completely blocked in. So you're gonna have to dig yourself out unless you build your portal a little lower. Let me get myself out downwards and see what's there. Now I came into spectator just to look around where I've spawned in with my portal, and you will notice that this is not the friendliest of spawns. You haven't got that much nearby. It's almost like you've come into an overworld under the ground rather than in the nether. You've got some openings over that way. Your closest opening is probably that over there, which is directly south, and you've got a little bit down below you as well, but not the friendliest. Make sure you come with picks. Let's go and get to the nearest fortress. And your fortress is 400 blocks away. You can see there I'm at 328, 183 to find the fortress. What is quite nice about the fortress is that we've got a blaze spawner there and a blaze spawner there, which means that probably just about you could build yourself a double blaze farm by positioning yourself strategically between the two. I think they're just close enough, possibly. What's also really nice is I don't have to go searching for these puppies. Oh no, I don't. They are right here in front of me and easily accessible. Now the fortress itself is over land mainly, which makes it a little bit less interesting if you wanted to do a wither skeleton farm, but not impossible because you've got lots of flat space. So you could probably do something with it. It's just not going to be as efficient as you would like. Looks like a decent sized fortress, but is relatively compact altogether, nice and open, so you don't have to dig your way through it. What a really, really interesting seed. I mean, starting off in the jungle is always good, but then you get all of the other bits and pieces that are around close to you. That is a lovely little adventure, and the fact that we've got a little jungle temple just underneath us, I mean, that's just insane, right? So I'm going to say thank you very much to Mini Gran. Mini Gran, are you a small grandmother? Mini Gran, thank you so much for sharing this seed. I'm really, really enthusiastic about this one. It is a cracking one, and it definitely belongs as episode 31 of my seed series. Thanks, really, really very grateful, and I hope everybody comes along and gets a lot of joy out of it. If you have got a seed that you think is awesome, or is really good for building, or has got everything really close by to spawn, or has got something really great about it, or ideally lots of things that are really great about it, make sure that you send it to me at avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. That's avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. And if you send me that, give me a little bit of annotation, a little bit of explanation as to why it is so great, and maybe you can feature on this seed series as well. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.